What's going on, everybody? This is Future Automation, a place where imagination meets reality, and you're listening to Tejas. So guys, in previous video we have seen how we can use Selenium and Python to check on our tracking of product in Amazon and to get that data through the mail. Now there are various ways, as I have explained in previous video. We can format the mail that we are sending here, but I'm not going to go in that now. Somewhere in future, whenever I'll be making a video on the automation of mails receiving and sending, that time we can surely check on how we can format the mail that we are sending to someone using the HTML tags and everything. There is a video library that we can use, but we are going to skip it for now. Okay, so today's video we are going to deal with the fourth part of automation, that is how we can check product name, its photo and the rating, and we can save it in a Word file. So with a cup of coffee, let's get started. So guys, today we are going to deal, as I have explained, we are going to get the names of the product which we will search through the search bar, and next to that we are going to fetch all the names, the photos and the ratings of the products, and we are going to save it in a Word file, and that we will be checking out as we will run the program. Okay, so let's get to it. First, I'll directly show you the output of the program. So first section of this program is similar to previous what we used to do, and that is we will be logging into the Amazon, and then we'll be going to the home page. So that will be the first section, and whatever changes or modifications or addition of code we do it in the next section of that, because usually we have to complete the first step in any kind of coding or any kind of objective, and then we have to move towards the second section. So explanation will be after the execution. So first I'll execute so that you will understand what we are trying to achieve here. So here you can see that we are not having, okay, so here you can see that we are not having any kind of file still, and the images folder is also empty. So let's run here. It will log into Amazon. It will wait. We will wait for that now. Okay, let's wait. So this part already you have got it, if those who are having an idea about the previous videos, and those who are new and directly coming to this video can just check out the previous videos and then they can go ahead with this video. So I'm searching for iPhone 6s here, and then we will get all the details or all the related searches to iPhone 6s, and whatever details we are getting here will be saved in the Word file, and the Word file will be generated here. So in images section you can see that we have received all the search results here, images of all the search results, and here we have generated a file, Word document, that we will check now. Okay, so here you can see we have accessed all the information with details, that is the Apple iPhone 7 32GB black with 4.2 ratings out of 5. So let's check, we'll confirm that. So here iPhone 7 32GB with the rating of 4.2 out of 5, and this is the image. So this is all today's our objective. We are going to deal with the rating, the name and the image. Now basically the use of such code is not directly to the objective that we are going to achieve today, but we can use it with some kind of creation of data sets. Say for example, if you are making an analysis over what product is having what kind of review, then you can go ahead and you can run this similar program in headless manner with lots of searches, and then you can get fetch data of each search result, and you can put it in an Excel sheet without the image. Obviously you don't have to fetch the image here, you can skip that part. Only the name and the rating you can put that, and after that you can just clean up the data, and then you can use it for some kind of analysis or prediction or any kind of even machine learning model also. So this is all we are going to do today, and it is pretty straightforward. There are few what we can say the issues that I come across, like searching, accessing these elements, and then going towards the fetching of the image, and also I'll explain the code, and then we'll move towards the last part. And this will be the last video of Amazon automation, so there will be no any video after this of Amazon automation. Sometime in future I'll surely make a full-fledged video with a UI of scheduling the product, what we can say, ordering and tracking and all. But for that there will be a need of another series which will explain the Electron JS for creating classic and modern UIs for Python. So that is something that we can discuss further, but for now just I thought I can give you an idea about that also. So first, what are the two new libraries that we will be dealing with? One is URL-lib. So URL-lib.request is already been explained in the first part of Amazon automation. I will put up the links which are a reference to this video in the description, and also in the card at the corner, so you can check that. And the new library that we are going to discuss today is docs. So basically docs library is used to deal with Word document using Python. So you can create, read, write, manipulate a Word document, you can access the data of Word document, format a Word document, and lot of stuff, and you can do that. So the documentation link will also be in the description, so don't forget to check out that. It is pretty well documented and it is pretty well explained also there, so we can check out that. And the website that I have referred for this coding will also be mentioned in the description, so you can check that. Okay, moving further. Till here it is pretty straightforward. We are going to log into Amazon, and we are going to land to this page. So that's all that will be done in the first section, and that is already explained, so you can check out the previous videos. Next to that is that we are going to search, we are going to access to the text box element, and we are going to search for iPhone 6s, and then we are going to press enter. So here keys library is basically used to access the keys and perform the key actions, like enter, space, whatever it is, for mimic the keyboard in the Selenium. So that is that. For that we are using enter here, keys.enter. Next to that we are going to create a object of docs.document function here, and we are going to class, and we are going to use this mydoc object to access the Word document. So this is the object that we will be creating. Next to that we are going to access the main page. So here we will go to the browser one more time, and we will search for iPhone 6s. So those who have watched the previous videos, they know how to access the text box and how to use the send keys function with the keys.enter parameter, so that they can mimic the enter action with this search. So as we are doing here, and those who are new to this page, I suggest you to go back to the first video and check on all the 3 videos of Amazon automation. And if you need to get some basics of Selenium, then you can start with the first video of web automation using Selenium and Python. I will drop in all the links in the description. One more time I will remind you that, and don't forget to check in. Also you can check in the corner card, so that you can have a brief like have a list of all the videos that you need to check out. So don't forget to do that. And those who are already having this knowledge, or those who are having this idea about the Selenium and the previous videos of Amazon automation, let's move on to the next explanation. So we'll go to the inspect of this part, and we will understand what I did. So first I have tried to access this whole page. Now once we get access to this whole page, I have used here dev.s mains.using CSS selector function. So you can go in any way. There are a lot of ways you can access different elements to get the instance of that particular object, of that particular section, that is page or product. So you can try with that. And next to that is that we are going to take the list of the products. So here if you will check on this page, it will use this tool, and we will go with the accessing of this particular page.
One eternity later.
Okay. So here you can see that we are getting a little bit deeper in the code now. We are trying to access this set, each element, and we are going to get the list of all the elements that are being shown here, so that we can go ahead and access the names, ratings, and the images. So here you can see that we have access to the element that is responsible for listing out all the elements here. So each element will have this tag, that is div, and this class, CSS class. So we can use this class. Now I have used this S latency CF section class with the div tag here. So you can see that here div, and using CSS selector I have fetched all the elements. Now here you need to take care that the upper part is element by CSS selector, because we are accessing whole element as one, and then we are going to refer this product page instance with the find elements by CSS selector, because here we need the list of all the elements that are shown in that particular page, and based upon this property it will fetch all the list of the products which are shown here, and then we can move ahead and we can access each and every element using loop. Now here we need to put a loop so that we can iterate through each element and perform some action on each of the section, and then we can get the desired output or desired data that we are expecting here. So here you can see that I have used for products in product list. So in product list, until there is the last element is fetched, you have to run the loop. That is the basic idea about this loop here. So first what need to do is I need to fetch the product detail, that is the name of the product here. So you can go ahead and you can check out here, and you'll get the details of the product. So I've used this h2 element here. This is the h2 element with one of the property, that is a size mini. So with that I have got the access of this title of the product, and I have saved it in this instance. I have saved it in this product details. Next to that we have used a rating uh, element, that is element that is responsible for the displaying the rating of the product. So we have used that, this spam. So once you get the element here, I have actually used this div tag. The reason behind that was this one. The reason behind that was whenever I tried to access the spam element, it was giving an error that it was unable to locate that element. Now there are few reasons sometimes that the specific element won't work because of say for example there are multiple elements, similar uh, class, similar tag name, and lot of things, and also there might be some issue with the accessibility of to that particular element. So we have to try different elements here. We can so that and we have to make a trial and error approach so that we can get the data. So I've used this div element with the a size small class to get the instance of the rating, and then I have used the inner element, that is spam, after accessing this rating, and then I have used have what you can say, stored the instance of that particular uh, tag in this particular rate variable. Now I've used, now one more thing I want to highlight on, that is the try catch block, that is try and except block here. Now the reason to use try and except block is sometimes when you search for a product, the rating and other details are not available, maybe because the product is not in stock, or maybe the product has been stocked of selling for now by the seller, or maybe the product is not being, or the seller is not being able to deliver this product in particular area where you are staying. So there are a lot of reasons you can deal with this issues. So at such time the program can directly stop executing, and it will give you an error directly that it is not able to locate these elements. So for that purpose I have used try and except block, because the product that is not having any kind of rating or details, then it will skip that product, and it will use this continue keyword to go back to the initial stage of the loop. Now next to that we are moving towards the next part and most important part, that is image. or I can say second most important part, that is image, because finally the important part is how to create a Word document. Now in image, what we are doing, we are just directly searching for the image tag, and as I have explained in the first Amazon automation video, that how we can download the images and we can store in a particular folder. So we have created this folder as we have seen while execution, and we are storing the images in this particular folder. So we are storing there, and then we are using the same data to uh, store the details in the document. Now we are going to use the my document my document object here, and we are going to add each and every part, or each and every uh, what we can say detail that we have fetched into the document, and then we are going to save the document. So one by one, each and every document we will be, each and every detail we will be adding with loop. So first is we are going to add the name of the product, that is product details.text here. Then next to that we are going to add the picture. So I have used an I variable here which will start with 1, and it will move on as the loop will be moving on, and based upon that I variable we are going to save the images. So 1.jpg, 2.jpg, we are going to go in the same fashion. Now so based upon that we are going to fetch the image, and we are going to attach it to the document. Now here you can see that I have added a width and height property in the add picture function. So you can also add it, you can use it. So inches, 2 inch by 4 inch height, width and height image will be added. Next to that the rating and rating detail we are going to add here, and as you can see here that the rating, although it is in star, but in the back end it will be basically in the text format only. So using the tag here of the rating instance, I have fetched the details, and using the get attribute function I have just uh, added that rating part into the document, and after that I have added a break. So after every product insertion, or after every detail insertion in the file, the next product will be added into the next page. It looks quite good in formatting part. And another thing that I would like to add is that the rating will now in docs library, when we are adding a data or adding a text into the document, there are 3-4 levels of heading, as those who are having an HTML background, H1, H2, H3. Similar, we are having 0, 1, 2, 3. So based upon that we can increase the size of the text based upon the predefined heading size in the my docs, in the docs library, and then we can add that data in the Word document. So here the 0, that is the highest heading size, then following to 1, and we are adding the rating at as 1 heading. Next to that we are adding a page break, and then the I will be incremented. After a whole loop will be executed, we'll save the document as Amazon data.docs, and we'll finish the program. So here if you observe, here we are already having that file available, and to check it you can see this is the highest level of heading here, and after that we are having the image of the product, and after that we are having the rating, that is 4.2 out of 5 star. Now immediately after the first insertion, the page will be the page will be skipped, and the remaining space and the data will be added to new page. So similarly we have received all the details in this. Now for those who are thinking of how we can use this, as I have explained initially in the video, you can get this data, that is the product name, and then you can get the rating, and you can store it in the Excel. So once you have lot of product details in an Excel sheet, you can use it for analyzing that what product is having what kind of rating and what people are expecting nowadays in the market. So there are many applications that you can implement using such kind of codes and automation, or what we can say data scraping projects, and you can use it for your own approaches and own projects, and that will be really helpful. So those who are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe it, and if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you have any kind of suggestions, questions, queries, I'll surely answer them. Don't forget to add them in comments box. keep innovating. Take care guys. Thank you.